What up with it, y'all? It's Coffee on the vid, tapping back in, man. And very often on this channel, we've discussed addiction and D-rugs in its many forms, and I'm always urging everyone to put them D-rugs down or reach out to your loved ones that's flunking around and see if you can be the one to bridge the gap between them and recovery, or just them slowing down, or just get it in their sights, that there can be a light at the end of the tunnel, as it's just like not only have the drugs morphed into a more dangerous level these days, it's like some whole other ish. The lifestyle a lot of us live, trying to grind, and just everything going on in the world, to me, maybe I'm bugging, y'all can comment and let me know if you feel what I'm saying at all. It's just harder than ever. I think for a lot of people to put the ish down, you know what I mean? They got to keep some gas in the tank to keep it pushing. And the lifestyle a lot of us live in now, in terms of this blogosphere era, with all these devices and just different things going on, where there's like less social interaction than ever, or it's become awkward, where a lot of people just develop social anxiety or things of that nature that they never had. It's just the times we're living in, man. AI is taking over, and all the humans are suffering from addiction or depression, and it's just all bad out here. You feel me? Like, before I carry on into the exact story that I wanted to chop it with y'all on in regards to D-rugs and whatnot, I just wanted to say to those that still dibble and dabble or something like that, don't run from your problems. Don't use the drugs to do that. You know what I mean? I'm no saint. For those that know me, and I chop it with y'all on the regular from time to time, and just a bit more acquainted with me than just some voice on a half-ass YouTube channel that had a little bit of traction at one point, but things is panning out how they are. It is what it is. But like those that really know me, I put down the hard stuff, but I still get my drink on now and then. And something I realized more about myself personally, and I've kind of observed with others, that I think a lot of people that are using, we are running from our problems, through the bottle or through the pills or through a bum ski, a toot ski, or a needle, or whatever the fuck you're doing. And those problems ain't going away. You know what I mean? This is something I just realized more recently, that certain ish I might have thought that I dealt with, I didn't deal with. So don't be the one doing that to yourself. You feel me? It's just dangerous out here. Don't lose your soul, your mind, your body, as there's many ways for that to happen in this current time period we're living in. But don't lose it in this way, at least. But anyways, man, as we were talking about with things being more toxic than ever, this is that era where you can't experiment with things. Like back in the day, people might have used to go to college or something like that, or try something when they're out with the bros at a party. And, it was an experience you talk about and tell the story. Like, no, nowadays is that era where you try something and you're just down for the count. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't just put your ick in the dirt. It'll put you 6 feet under with the quickness. And in regards to that, what we're typically talking about and referencing on this channel is that Fenty Wididididop. Like, we all know what that is. It's took over the dog food and smack juice, just totally. Like, that ish is pretty much non-existent at this time period. And then there's a lot of fake ass pills with everyone on these pills. Like, motherfucker, there's these fake pills pressed up with the Fent in it. It's some scary ish, man. Like, that's why I always keep saying, if you're going to keep getting high, it's not when you're going to OD and die. It's like, how soon is it going to be? You know what I mean? And it's probably going to be sooner rather than later. But something else that's been going around for a minute, this isn't like breaking news. I just, haven't been on the block or around the way in a very long time, is this trank-ish. You know what I'm saying? Which is mixed up in a lot of this synthetic fake ass dog food that's out there, which is what everyone who is on opiates ends up on, and I guess this trank-ish, which is known as xylazine, you know what I mean? It puts you out too into a sleep-like state, and it's the ish that has everyone out there nodding and leaning over in just these inhuman, almost demonic possessed by the devil, exorcist looking positions out here. And what's so fucked up about it is, the individuals that might have got some fent up in their system, you can get Narcan back to life and all that. And that don't always work, but there's a chance of it. But with this trank-ish, it's actually not an opiate. So the Narcan isn't doing anything for you, and there's this particular neighborhood in Philly. Shout out to my guy, Casey Beach. He was talking about this once on a live that trank is so prevalent and out there so heavily that it's basically known as like the trank capital of America. And what we're talking about in this video is this trank tourism. Like, had y'all heard about this? I had never heard this. This is like a big controversy in that community, I guess, right now over the past couple years, where people are actually out there and trying to clean up the streets or make sure people got clean needles and things like that. Like, they're trying to do what they can and snatch whoever is ready up off the streets and get them into a program or something like that so they can get their soul back, get off that junk, and live on and have an okay life to the best of their ability. Like, these are individuals out there on ground zero trying to do what they can, fight the good fight the best way they can. And they're like getting upset with this trank tourism, which is what they're saying is there's so many content creators going out there and filming people who are, like I said, exorcists, nod off, their bodies all twisted and contorted and flucked up. And, it's like literally almost like, I guess, a skid row of motherfuckers on this trank. So content creators are flocking there to just get footage of people like this, but then also interview people, as it's a very profitable market when it comes to the whole content game. Like a couple years back, I don't know what the numbers is looking like these days, but a couple years back, they were saying when they did the math, the best they could, motherfuckers who were going out there and doing this were totaling like $5K a month at least off just getting this exorcist nod off footage or getting these trank interviews. And they're saying, yo, like it's flucked up. You're treating people like they're in a zoo. Like, come around if you want to help someone or something. You're just trying to exploit people like they're zoo animals and treating them inhuman and putting up, captions on videos about fiends and junkies and stuff, and just exploit and degrade what's going on. They also said, too, that none of these content creators are giving back at all in any way. And on all these videos, there's no kind of link or something like that for someone to do what they can to help out or donate or just resources or anything. Like, it's just purely put there for shock value. You know what I mean? Like a Faces of Death VHS tape back in the day, metaphorically speaking, if that makes sense at all, And I was just curious, intrigued to know what y'all think about that. Do you guys think that is indeed flucked up, that it is exploitive, or do you think there's a journalist aspect to it, for awareness, for people to see what it's really like there out in the streets? I mean, that's a whole nother angle we got to think about this nowadays in this blogosphere era. Like I always talk about, there's like a large portion of the youth, parents out there, I'm sure y'all probably know this, right, who are tapping into the blogosphere, taking in content, and they go down rabbit holes and become obsessed with certain things, whether it's gang culture, wanting to be in a gang, or thinking they're just going to be some rock star or rapper or whatever. And, they vicariously like live through all these videos and get it twisted in their head like they're a part of stuff when they're really not. And there is a group of youth, this is a real thing, who have actually become so intrigued with the streets on the level of drug use that they tap into all this stuff and in some strange way are attracted to the streets and want to go out there and get high. You know what I mean? It's like real fucked up and twisted the way the blogosphere is affecting the youth in so many ways, as well as us adults. in some ways, we don't even know the way we can be influenced or programmed through a lot of the different content that we see. And then we got the algorithms and the AI robots taking ish over. Like, it's wild scary out here. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of wanted to tap in and see what everyone thinks. If you do think this is foul or flucked up, or hey, individuals are just trying to go out there and make a buck, let them grind, let them live. You know, like I will say this. I do believe that cats that are doing these interviews are getting like 20 or $50 or something like that. But there's a whole nother side of the coin to this whole equation in which we're speaking of, where, you know, some people are arguing that a lot of these people that are all flucked up like this, and you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, give me that dub, give me that $50 ready to go run out and put some more death up in their system with the quickness so they don't come down. A lot of people are saying that it's not, there's like not even journalistic integrity, in the sense that those people are not in a right state of mind to consent to do an interview. So I don't know. That's all I really got on this one. As always, you know what I'm saying? If you're new to the channel, just subscribe, hit the buttons and all that. But more importantly, join the discussion with me in the comments. Like, let's coffee talk it up and whatnot. But I don't know. This blew my mind, you know? I'm just sitting back doing me like I do. I tap into the algorithm a little bit and do the timeline. And I'm like, wait, trank tourism. Like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are they talking about? And it's just become something that is so prevalent that the people there, again, trying to fight the good fight, are like, yo, like, we're tripping over these content creators in the streets, needles everywhere, fucking women turning tricks, people, again, nodding off like they're in The Exorcist, walking upside down and backwards and all kinds of fucked up ish. And you got people out recording everything. You know what I mean? Like, and flocking to this area in groups to make the content. What do you guys think about it all? Does it cross the line of decency? Do you think it just is what it is? Again, I want to hear about it all below. And once again, anyone out there, if you're using and abusing, get clean. Try to get off this ish. Try to do whatever you can, because you're going to DIE at some point. But also, like I said, for those still dibbling and dabbling, like I was telling y'all, I've been off the hard stuff for a grip, but I was still drinking from time to time. And I just really didn't realize how much I was still pickling my brain at certain points and hiding from my problems or whatever, you know, that are still there, arising and growing. You know, like, we can't run from our life, run from our problems, coping through that smoke, drank, again, toot, bump, banging up in the main vein, whatever, pause. You can only go so far through the coping, you know, which is, again, that's not like something no one didn't know, but sometimes that everyone didn't already know, you feel me? But sometimes, you know, when it comes to someone hearing something, things can just resonate differently at a different time. You know, that's the thing about this crazy journey of life we're on. So once again, I thank y'all for watching. Look forward to hearing from you guys in the comments. Sub up. It's coffee talking music, news, sports, and more. And I'm out here, y'all. Peace.